Good morning, students. Today we are going to begin with a new story from your book Footprints Without Feet. The chapter name is already in front of your screen. The Thief's Story, which has been written by Ruskin Bond. So, at first, we go through about the author or writer. The Thief's Story is written by Ruskin Bond, who is an Indian writer of British origin. Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May in Kasauli. He lives in Landore, Missouri, India. He wrote many books for children. So, the Indian Council for Children Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. Now, we move to the theme of this particular story. The thief's story tells us how love and kindness can change a thief or a criminal. In this story, we find that a thief was changed into a good man. Therefore, the story covers the theme of aspirations, trust, betrayal, friendship, guilt, and honesty. The story also highlights the importance of learning and education and the consequences of its deficit or its shortage. Moving further, uh, here it appears the first part of the first page of this story, and if you go through this first page, then you will find that the story has been written in first form. As mentioned earlier, that there are two methods of writing a story. The first one is known as the I form, first person form. In this form, the person or the narrator describes his own experience. So here, the thief himself is narrating this particular story. It means this story has been narrated in the first form, that is I form, and the thief has described all the necessary incidents as per his own understanding, as per his own view. So let's begin with this one. So it says, I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. It says that narrator began the story by telling that he was only at the age of 15, but he was experienced and experienced hand. It means he is successful in his job. So you can say that although he was a boy of 15, but he was a successful thief and a cheater. And was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. Now he is talking about his victim, his target. His target is a person named Anil. So he said about he narrated about Anil that the Anil was watching a wrestling match. Wrestling match, uh, like a kusti match. When I approached him, when I went nearer him, and at that time Anil was only 25. Now he is going to describe the appearance of Anil, a tall and lean fellow. Anil is tall as well as thin. And again he said that he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. What is the purpose of the thief? Naturally, to cheat anyone. So, at first he spot the target, and once he goes through the quality of Anil, then he says that through the appearance of Anil, he was easygoing as well as a very simple man which can be cheated, which can be robbed by a people, by a person like him. And so he say that he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. He say that in the past he was unable to rob persons. Okay, and so he says that at first, on the basis of the quality of this man, he realized that he will get the young man's confidence. That's clear? And so here is a conversation between these two person, these two one. Let's have a look. Let's go through this conversation, and you know that if you want to win confidence of a person, especially the unknown one, then you have to take the initiative to talk to that person. And so he started sorry, he starts a conversation with Anil, and he said, "You look a bit of wrestler yourself." But he himself that it is a flattery. Flattery means this statement is not proper, not real one. But with the help of flattery, probably he was able to start a conversation, and Anil replied, "So do you." It means you are also. But by listening this one, it was really surprising for him because at that time the thief, you will find that what is the name of the thief. The name of the thief is Hari Singh. So the thief uh, got surprised because uh, he was he was thin at that time. But uh, to continue the conversation, he accepted it. Anil asked his name. You know what is his name? But I want to make you alert because the narrator himself tells that it is not his real name. Did you sometime try to find out why people change his name? Especially a person like Hari, who is a thief. He narrated that I took a new name every month. Why? That kept him away of the police and the former employers. It means being as a thief, he has to be extra cautious from the police as well as the previous employer who employed him, and later on Hari Singh robbed him, cheated him. So, for that reason, for that sake, I do repeat, for that reason, for that sake, he usually changes his name every month. So, the introduction completed, and after the introduction, both of them started, or both of them indulged in normal conversation, and the line says, Anil talked about the well oiled wrestlers. It means he has a very good knowledge about the wrestlers, the Pahalmans, who are well oiled. You will find that these Pahalmans are, if you talk about the Kusti, then you find that these Pahalmans are using oil over body to make the body sleepy. So, talk about the well oiled wrestlers who were grunting. It is a kind of sound. You will find this kind of the sound in the ring. Lifting, uthana, throwing, you know it. So, Anil discussed or talked about this. But narrators say that I have I haven't much to say about it because wrestling was not his passion. Now Anil started moving away. Are, what happened? This man is going, and I did not even started it. And so Hari followed him. By watching this one, that this boy is coming behind me, he got surprised. Sometimes you find that someone is following you. The boy who has already talked to you, now he is tracking you, he is behind you. And so there is surprising tone. So he said, hello again. अरे क्या कर रहे हो भाई? Then Hari gave him the most appealing smile, attractive, tempting smile, and then offered him to work for him. He told him that I want to work for you. But Anil said, sorry, I can't pay you. So here we are going to have this, this one. So here you will find that with the help of this story, we realize the importance of time of a particular work, the time that when should you talk to a person, what is the appropriate time to initiate any action. So you got about it. So in a nutshell, the story is about a 15-year-old boy who changes his name every month to stay ahead of the police and old employers. Actually, the boy is a thief named Hari Singh. The other person in the story is a 25-year-old writer named Anil. The thief meets Anil during a wrestling match. He asks him a work for him. The story unfolds on how the thief cheated Anil by committing a theft but returns late on. But the goodness and innocence of Anil forced him to change his faulty habits. Uh, I can say that if you go through the good qualities held by Anil, then Anil is like a flower, and many good qualities like kindness, trustworthiness, helping attitude are like this particular flower, like the fragrance of this flower. And I think that but what about Hari Singh? Hari Singh is a thief, the characteristics of a thief. Hari Singh is by nature gullible, focused upon the target, and so these two characters are here. Let's begin with the summary. The story is about two different people. One is a thief of 15 years of age, and the other is a man of approximately 25 years. Watching a wrestling match somewhere, the name of the person, the match is Anil. The thief approaches Anil and start talking to him because he feels that he had not robbed anyone in the past few days and thought that it would be easy to rob a simple person like Anil. They both start talking, and Anil asks the thief his name. The thief introduces himself as Hari Singh, but I have already told you earlier, this is not his real name, as he changes his name every month to escape his ex employers or police. Then they started talking about the wrestlers, and Anil was leaving when Hari called him again and asked him if he could work for Anil. Anil said he won't be able to pay him but could feed him if he knew how to cook. Hari lied that he knew how to